My mom chose her new family over me, until they betrayed her. Have you ever watched your own family slowly replace you, while pretending nothing changed? I used to think my mom would always choose me, no matter what happened, no matter who came into our lives. That's what moms do, right? But I was wrong. When I was 12, my parents got divorced. At first, my mom cried every night. I'd hear her through the walls. Sometimes I'd stay awake until 3 a.m. just listening. I felt terrible for her. So I tried becoming the easy kid. I cleaned the house. I stopped asking for things. I even lied and said I didn't care that my friends had better clothes. Because I knew money was tight. Then one day, she met someone new. At first I was actually happy. I thought maybe this guy would make her smile again. And honestly, he did. She laughed more. Started wearing makeup again. Started singing while cooking. For the first time in months, our house felt alive. But slowly, everything changed. The man she married had 2 kids, a boy and a girl. And from the moment they moved in, it felt like I became invisible. Suddenly my room wasn't really my room anymore. I had to share everything. My snacks, my space, my mom. And every time I complained, she'd say the same thing. Stop being selfish. Selfish. That word started following me everywhere. If I wanted alone time, selfish. If I got upset because they touched my things, selfish. If I missed how life used to be, selfish. So eventually, I stopped talking. At dinner, everyone laughed together while I just stared at my plate. The stepkids called my mom after only 4 months. And somehow, that hurt more than I expected. One night, I heard my mom telling her husband something that completely broke me. She said, I finally have the family I always wanted. I remember sitting outside her bedroom door completely frozen, because if this was the family she always wanted, then what was I? An accident? A mistake? A leftover piece from her old life? That night, I cried harder than I ever had before. But the next morning, I acted normal. Because sometimes the people who hurt you the most are the same people you're terrified to lose. Months passed, and things got worse. Her husband acted nice when she was around, but when she left the room, he became someone else. He'd make little comments. Your real dad couldn't even keep his family together. No wonder your mom moved on. And every time he said something cruel, his kids laughed. I wanted to tell my mom. I really did. But every time I imagined it, I pictured her calling me selfish again. So I stayed quiet. One afternoon, my mom came home excited because her husband had bought his daughter a brand new phone. The newest iPhone. I'd been using the same cracked phone for 4 years. The battery literally died at 20%. My mom looked at me and said, you understand, right? She needed it for school. And I smiled, actually smiled, and said, yeah, it's okay. But inside, something died. After that, I stopped trying, stopped asking, stopped caring. At school, my grades started dropping. Teachers noticed. Friends noticed. But at home, nobody noticed anything. Then came my birthday. I turned 16. And honestly, I didn't expect much. Maybe a small cake, maybe dinner together. That's all. Instead, my mom forgot. Not kidding. She completely forgot my birthday. I spent the entire day waiting for her to say something. Anything. But she didn't. That night, I sat alone in my room scrolling through old photos of when it was just me and her. And for the first time ever, I genuinely wondered if she still loved me. Then around 11 p.m., she knocked on my door. Not because she remembered, but because her stepdaughter needed help with homework. That was the exact moment I broke. I looked at her and said, you forgot my birthday. The look on her face changed instantly. Like someone had punched her. She kept apologizing. Over and over. But honestly, it was too late. Because forgetting my birthday wasn't the problem. It was everything before it. All the time she ignored me. All the time she chose them. All the time she made me feel unwanted. I finally told her everything. About her husband. The comments. The favoritism. All of it. And you know what she said? You're exaggerating. That sentence hurt more than anything else. Because deep down, I think she already knew. She just didn't want to believe it. So after that night, I stopped seeing her as my safe place. A year later, everything finally exploded. Her husband lost his job. And suddenly the perfect happy family wasn't so perfect anymore. The fake smiles disappeared. The house became toxic. Arguments happened every single night. Then one day, his daughter stole money from my mom. A lot of money. And instead of apologizing, her husband defended her. That was the first time I saw my mom truly shattered. She kept saying, after everything I did for them. And I remember thinking, now you know how I felt. A few months later, they left. Just packed their things and disappeared. No goodbye. No apology. Nothing. And suddenly, it was just me and my mom again. But things weren't magically fixed. Because some wounds don't disappear just because the people who caused them are gone. One night, she sat beside me and started crying. Real crying. The kind where you can barely breathe. Then she said something I'll never forget. I spent so much time trying to build a perfect family that I almost lost the only person who truly loved me. For the first time in years. I saw my mom again. Not the version trying to impress her new husband. Not the version pretending everything was perfect. Just my mom. And honestly, part of me wanted to stay angry forever. But another part of me remembered all the nights she stayed awake when I was sick. All the time she worked extra shifts just to buy me birthday gifts when I was younger. All the sacrifices she made before everything changed. People make mistakes, big ones. And sometimes parents are so desperate not to feel lonely. They destroy the people closest to them without realizing it. We're still healing. Still awkward sometimes. Still rebuilding trust. But now, at least she sees me again. And if you're listening to this while feeling invisible in your own home, I need you to hear this. Someone else failing to love you properly does not make you unlovable. Sometimes even parents get lost. Sometimes families break in ways nobody talks about online. But your value was never based on how much attention you received. And one day, you'll meet people who make you feel chosen without forcing you to beg for it. If this story hit harder than you expected, comment family and tell me the most painful thing a relative ever said to you. And follow for more real stories like this.